Hello everybody, this is EzraTime again here, and welcome back to another new review. And today I'm gonna be reviewing a movie called Ong-Bak Muay Thai Warrior, starring obviously Tony Jaa. I think this is the his first breakout role as one of the best martial artists from Thailand, I think, right? And obviously he's responsible for introducing Muay Thai to the public, I guess. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Is it Muay Thai or like I don't know. But you guys know what I'm talking about, which is the Thailand martial arts. And this movie was released on 2003, I think. And it was directed by Praskia Pinkoff. I think I might mispronounce that name, but well, and yeah, this is a movie that actually I never actually really familiar with Tony Jaa before. I mean, I heard his name way back in 2015. I think when I first watched Fast and Furious 7, which also starred Tony Jaa there, and I that's the first time I saw him on a big screen. And I didn't exactly know that he was actually a really great martial artist. I didn't actually know that. Back in the day, I only know Jackie Chan and Jet Li and possibly Donnie Yen, right? But Tony just like, yeah, oh yeah, this guy can fight. That's literally what I think when I first watched him in Fast and Furious 7. And I just like, I didn't exactly know about his previous role before, and then obviously the next movie that he starred was obviously Triple X, Xander Cage, right, alongside Donnie Yen. But that's about it, and that's not until 2021 when I actually watched a Trash Taste podcast where when they talk about the best martial arts movie ever, because I went to watch some martial arts movie back in the day, back in 2021, and then that's where I find out about OngBak, because Gon mentioned that OngBak and the raid. Obviously, I mean I know the raid way before, but OngBak, that's the first time I heard the movie's name on a Trust Taste podcast, and I decided to watch it, back in 2021 because like, well, I just I again I want to watch a martial arts movie back in the day. I want to watch a good martial arts movie because I kind of run out of Jackie Chan's movie to be fair. So there you go. And yeah, this movie is great. It's really amazing, and I think obviously credits due to the director Tony Jaa, especially Tony Jaa. Like he was so good in this movie. The stunt team as well, like everything, everybody is so great in this movie. And obviously I'm gonna get to the synopsis of the movie, and then I'm gonna talk about like what I love about the movie. Obviously, maybe some criticism, maybe if I remember, but yeah. So the movie is about a guy named Ting, played by Tony Jaa, obviously from Banong Pradu village, where he was tasked to bring back Ombak, which is like this giant a statue, I think, like giant head of a statue that from his village, because his village actually really respect Ombak, and Ombak was stolen, I think, one day, and why they sent Ting to Bangkok to retrieve Ombak, and that's basically the whole premise of the movie. And obviously, throughout the entire movie, that well, Ting fights some bad guys, obviously, and it was like, yeah, it was really fun to watch. Obviously the great part about this movie is the martial arts sequences, because like Tony Jaa is just amazing in this movie. Like this movie was released in 2003, I think. So like, yeah, he was really young, and he does a lot of stunt, like sure, maybe some people complain about like or like compare him to Jackie Chan, which is, yeah, I think Jackie Chan, Tony Jaa are both great. And Tony Jaa has like a lot of his stunt, and one of my favorite sequences in this movie is actually him running across the street or like across Bangkok, and then he just like doing a bunch of these stunts, like in the table, he just like spinning his leg around and kicking people around. It was like amazing. And then he also jumped through like a glass, I think. It wasn't through a glass, but like there is both glass, and then he jumped through the middle of it, and it was like, wow, that's amazing. And obviously he jumped through like a hole or something like that, and then cars and stuff like that. Like it was, yeah, it was an insane stunt. I guess great stunt, maybe not super insane, but it was great stunt. And I love how the director kind of showed different perspective of the stunt. It was like, yeah, it was great. And obviously the fight scene in the club, I think, where he fought three guys. And I think actually there is one guy named Mad Dog, which is like, oh, okay, because I was the Raid movie before, so I thought that, oh, Mad Dog, okay, kind of reference to the Raid, and I realized that, well, this movie released before the Raid, so I guess uh Ong-Bak actually come up with the name Mad Dog first before the raid does, before the raid kind of like, you know, become really popular, obviously. But yeah, it was like a really fun fight sequences in the Fight Club, I guess that's what I'm gonna call the place, and there's a lot of furniture got thrown around. So there's that, and then obviously the Tony Jaa like style, I think the Muay Thai style, like where he used like his hand, his like he used like his elbows, you know, like especially his elbows, like he was really strong and really fucking hurts, obviously, and he used that a lot in this movie, and it was like really really brutal and amazing. And obviously the spinning kicks, I think I'm gonna call it that. Like it was like amazing, especially in the ending fight scene where he like spin kicks like two guys like in a row. It was like, whoa, that's amazing. And I recently watched the Scott Atkins interview with Tony Jaa, and then Scott Atkins himself think that was not possible to do like two spin around kick, and kicking two guys at once, but apparently Tony Jaa can do it. Apparently it was possible, and it was really really cool. There's also like a very cool like fire stun with Tony Jaa as well, where he spins in the air and then like his both of his leg was on fire. Like that was actually real, like it was not CGI again. Like none of this movie was CGI or using wires. So it's all Tony Jaa, and it was like amazing fire stun, and there's this amazing shot of him spinning with his legs burning. It was like wow, amazing. There's also some pretty cool chase scene with the taxi. I think I'm not sure what it is. Which is like, yeah, it was super fun. It was shot well. And there is some cool shot where the taxi kind of like fling over the air. Like that was really really cool, and I really appreciate that. I really really like that. Super fun. And yeah, the brutality of the movie is also like one thing that you could praise it, because like yeah, it add to the realism in some ways. And it helps because like in this movie there is no wires or like CGI. It's all Tony Jaa himself doing his own fight scene and doing his own stunt, and that's why I really respect him. It really adds to the realism. Maybe not entirely, obviously, but for the most part it is. Kind of like Jackie Chan older movies where there is no like CGI or like wire stunt. Maybe there is a couple, but I don't think Jackie Chan used that much wire anyway. But yeah, the fact that Tony Jaa did all of this was like, wow, it's amazing. Um, and obviously there's a couple of side characters that are actually pretty fun, like George or Hamle, I think, played by Pechai Wong Kamlo. And then yeah, he was like really, he was really fun in this movie, especially in the running scene alongside Tony Jaa. Was like, he was really funny when he tried to imitate some of the movement, and it was like, yeah, I mean, I think his character basically has an arc, because I think it was just there to like for action sequences, obviously, and then his character was like always stay true to his like culture and stuff like that, which is fine. And then but like George's character was like really the one that has development, because he goes from this guy who doesn't want to help Ting from the beginning until near like the as the movie progressed, he start helping Ting to like take down these bad guys, and then helping him to find where Ombak is. And it was like, yeah, it was great. And I guess the other part that I like is the music in this movie. Like again, like the running scene music was great. The rock music in the fight club, and then the final fight scene was great. Because I think like I think the music was like really really fun. Especially the rock, the beat music. In the running scene was like really fun, and I listen to that all the time. Yeah, this is overall a great movie. Again, great fight scenes, great stunts, great performance by Tony Jaa, and then Pachai Wom Kamlo, obviously. And yeah, I think this movie is really solid in my opinion. Like, you got the cool fighting sequences and stuff like that. And I guess if you guys want to like, I guess if I have to give the movie some criticism, maybe the story wasn't that interesting. Like, I mean, it was a simple storyline, right? I mean, you're here for the action, so there you go. Even though if I rewatch it, then I kind of like speed up through the drama part or like the story part just to get the action, obviously. So yeah, I don't know if that was a criticism though. Either way, I really love this movie. I'm glad that Tony Jaa actually this becomes like the I understand why this movie actually become a breakout role for Tony Jaa, because like yeah, this movie is so awesome. Like it's actually becoming the modern age of martial arts, obviously. I mean, you got the Ip Man movies by Donnie Yen, but like those movies are like great story and great action sequences, but all the action sequences are like really clean, like but OngBak was like really realism involved, and then it was like really brutal. Obviously, like OngBak and the Raid has a gritty martial arts sequences, and it was like super great to watch, because like when martial arts movie gets gritty, I love it. And don't get me wrong, again, I love the clean like fight sequences in the Ip Man movie, obviously, but I think this one I like it more, when the fight sequences was like brutal and gritty. And yeah, I guess that's my thoughts for the movie, guys. I guess stay tuned for more Tony Jaa's review. I think I only watched two of his movie, because two of his first movie was great, which is again OngBak, and then the second one is called The Protector, I think. He has other name as well, which we're gonna get to in the next video probably, or maybe gonna be the Raid 2 or something like that. I don't know. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna what movie I'm gonna review next, but we'll see. Maybe the next movie is gonna be another Tony Jaa movies, but we'll see. But either way, guys, yeah, that's my review and thoughts for OngBak Muay Thai Warriors. Again, if you guys already watched the movie, then let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think about the movie? Do you guys love it? What do you guys think about Tony just like fight sequences, the stunt that he does? What do you guys think about that? And then if you guys haven't watched the movie, then well, please go watch it because it's a great movie. I highly recommend you guys to go watch it because this is like the peak role of like Tony Jaa. Even though like this is the first like breakout role that he does, obviously, but this is like the pick of Tony Jaa, and obviously this one and then The Protector is gonna be like his second movie that also great in my opinion. But yeah, I have some things to say about the next movie to be fair. But either way, guys, that's my review. If you guys enjoyed, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, share the videos and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, stay tuned for more movie reviews in the future, guys. And thank you for subscribing or like supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. Again, I know I'm doing something different for the channel because like I love doing movie reviews at this point. That doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. Watching FNAF. I still going to do it, but I think for the most part I'm gonna be focusing more on reviews than rather than FNAF. I've been doing FNAF for like what 2 years now, so I need something new. So I hope you guys understand that. But either way, that's my review for Ong-Bak. I really love it. I have to rate the movie, then I'm probably gonna give it like a 9 out of 10. And maybe some of the story parts like kind of get bored at when I rewatch it, but it was great overall. Like everybody deserved like a high praises and credits, obviously, especially Tony Jaa. The man is a freaking legend, and then I'm glad he introduced all like representing Thailand. I'm really happy for him because that was his dream and he achieved that. In this movie. But yeah, anyway, that's my review, guys. Again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this movie review, and stay tuned for more movie reviews in the future, guys. And I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.